very, very important motion. Section 14.2 of the Constitution is for a very long time. This chamber, that is the Senate, should not be lamenting. As you said, should be looking for solution and making appropriate recommendation. Fortunately, this president is responsible in terms of the issues of insecurity as exhibited by cancelling his trip to G2. Add on what the former Senate President said, Senator Ahmed Lawan, on the way forward. I have been the chairman of Committee on Army in the 9th Senate, and during his leadership, we had, I think, 4 summits on this issue of security. Unfortunately, it didn't solve the problem that time. Recommendations were made and efforts were also made. Distinguished colleagues, let us use this opportunity to give the president or the leadership the necessary support in order to address this very serious problem of insecurity that is expanding to a level where government will sit down and negotiate with criminals or bandits or terrorists. The Nigerian Armed Forces and other security are not comfortable with blaming them. Nigerian Army, for example, is operating in almost 32 states as it is now. They are overstretched. They don't have the number. The whole of the Nigerian Army up to now are not up to 300,000. I'm the one. 177. Okay, it is the police that. So the Nigerian Army is less than 200,000 together, including civil defense, DSS, whatever we have. It's not up to 1 million. In Egypt, the total population of Egypt is about 100 million. They have 1 million police. They have 500 active armed forces. That is Egypt with 100 million. Okay. And distinguished colleagues, in up to 18 years or above, one of them must be in one of the security services. That is part of their rule. So, the solution is what I have been talking since I was the chairman of Army. There are 4 things that need to be done urgently on a short-term, medium-term, and long-term basis. Number 1 is training. Our that we are facing now. But this time around, they are fighting an unknown enemy. That's why you hear they say unknown gunmen, because the gunman is not known. We have to train them adequately. Secondly, and this is also very, very important, is equipment for the armed forces. Mr. President, as I am speaking to you now, the Army aviation sector, which was strengthened by the current president, the coming of Mr. President changed the dynamics. But he is handicapped. Right now, the Nigerian Army aviation has only 2 helicopters. They ordered for 12.
No, we don't. I don't want us to go into details of trying to itemize what they have and what they don't have, because the security chiefs will still appear before us. Let them come and tell us what they have and what they don't have, and then tell us what they need in a closed session. In a closed session, then we'll take it from there.
Well,
so let me thank you for your contribution.
No, let me land.
Point of order.
Please.
Okay.
This is very, very important.
Yeah,
I said it before. Other aspect of
Point of order.
No, he's about to land. Just let him land. Let him land.
Other aspect of it, which is very of the armed forces and other security agents. As I told you last time, in Africa, where they have army, the whole of Africa, Nigeria's base salary for a private is second to the last. He doubled the salary. And do you know what? A private Nigerian army now is receiving 100,000. Their daily ration before was 1,500. Now the president increased it to 5,000. No. Mr. President, please be patient. This is very, very important.
We are not yet there.
Okay.
When they come before us, we are the ones in charge of budget.
Let me tell you another problem.
They will tell us what they did.
Sir, with all due respect, generals don't complain. You don't expect a general to come and tell the Senate here.
No, we will compel them to discuss freely with us. Please.
They have their CNC.
That should be in a closed session. Let's not.
Okay.
Let's not back their hair
Mr. President.
behind their back.
So we should give the president the necessary support. Lastly, Mr. President, when you say get those kidnapped back, the only thing
to your knowledge, we have
sir,
I was a governor. I used to track criminals up to Kwara. Please don't go there. How did they even?
I'm giving you information, Mr. President. Please.
But I'm saying
we have 4 satellites. Nigeria has 4 satellites. And we don't have satellite coverage or surveillance 24 hours. We don't have it.
The civil senator, can I thank you for your contributions? And please, that some of these details should be discussed in closed session.
Very distinguished colleagues, with all due respect to distinguished Senator Ndume and all our colleagues, especially our ranking colleagues, who I know, Mr. President, you always 8 Rule 3. And if I have your permission, sir, I will read.
Please proceed.
Order 8/3 says 15 minutes before the time appointed for the under discussion, and unless an extension of time is moved, its resumption shall be appointed for such day as the senator in charge of such business shall name. And sub 3B deals with same subject matter at the committee level. So when a senator is actually on his feet making a point, it is not being rude, either on my part or on the part of a presiding officer, to stop such a senator for us to be able to move the motion for extension of time. Otherwise,
order is sustained.
Thank you, sir.
Please proceed to move a motion for extension of time.
Thank you, Mr. President. I rise pursuant to order 8/3 to move that our sitting time be extended beyond 3 p.m. to enable us deal with the critical issues on the floor. I so move.
Minority Leader. Of the crucial issues being discussed, that our time be extended beyond 3 p.m. Those in support say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Senator Sadiq, round off. Just the last.
President, let me take the opportunity to quickly join my colleagues to thank the President and the state government for the efforts, and including the community leaders that led to the release of our children, both in Kwara, KB, and so on. Having said this, Mr. President, my concern is that we are not actually interested in just releasing. We want, wherever you exist, we must accept that we are Nigerians and we are having an existential threat. all of us must come to that page, because that is the first stage of defeating our enemies. Mr. President, if we are able to move this, and this is a narrative that has to go around not only in the chamber, on social media, out there in other countries, we have to be clear as Nigerian citizens that this is who we are and we are together on this. Mr. President, the second most important thing we must identify as Nigerians is that, look, there are a category of Nigerians that are actually the first enemy before these criminals. Who are these people? One, Nigerian citizens in our various communities who are informants and collaborators with these criminals. Two, individuals in the military cycle, in the political space, who are collaborators, who are informing and assisting these persons. They are the number one enemies of this country. Mr. President, we must identify this as such and deliberately have an aggressive approach to come after these people and openly get them out for everybody to see, regardless of who is involved in this. Number three, Mr. President, which is what I have noticed first, I just came back from my constituency, and luckily the GOC from Ibadan that controls Kwara, the commander, they were in my constituency, and I went to join them. Yeah, I'm happy you guys are here. Large number of military people. What's the plan? And they told me how they are moving, what they are going to do, and so on. Mr. President, the challenge I've seen is directly linked with what Zama said. Yes, they are obeying the instruction of the commander-in-chief. That's why they are in my constituency. But how are they operating? I think there's a gap here. Why is that a gap? Maybe we are all getting it wrong. These guys are trained in conventional warfare. Their SOPs, their understanding right now is probably we are not at war. And this military guy need to be given a different type of approach in combating the enemies. And lastly, Mr. President, legislatures, we've been doing our best as far as supporting the military complex with appropriation. What I still think is high time that we change our focus and, in fact, invest more in our security. Because if the country is not secure, we can't have education, we can't have healthcare, we can't have infrastructure.
For all their contributions.